Cole McCullough here in Switzerland. In terms of conditions, completely different from Saturday to Sunday, but actually you kind of had a similar race in both in terms of bad starts, but in both races you were able to work your way through the pack, and especially yesterday it was quite hard to pass, I would say, but you and Doonson yesterday really probably passed the most riders on the track.
Yeah, yesterday two different races completely, both bad starts, but yesterday came around the first corner probably about 30th, and just the first few laps you couldn't really do the big first laps you usually do, maybe pass 5-6 boys 3 laps in a row, but yesterday just 10 minutes to go we started really me and Ernicker were always maybe 2 positions, and he'd pass 2 and then I'd have to pass, and then we both come together, and then it ended up 9th. Pretty good, just solid. Without if you look into the race, it's a very good race without starts and passing, but on paper it's just solid. And then this morning, kind of same start, but this morning was chaos more. And then first lap crashed, was about the last round of the checker flag, and then just kept going and crashed 2 more times, but still finished 7th with 3 crashes. Is pretty good, I'd say, but in the track today was just survival, to be honest.
And I would say last year this was probably your worst track, I would say. I mean, last year you weren't that great here, but it shows how much you've developed in the space probably less than a year.
Yeah,
so you must be happy with that, but obviously you've got better equipment, but you still have to put the work in to improve in these conditions.
Yeah, starting to go well in the hard pack now. I think the bike, not just fast wise, just the handling wise, when I first got on it in hard pack over in it, like last year, it was like I could never even turn a KTM, I guess. So yeah, the bike's a big difference, and I'm getting more used to the hard pack now.
And how did you feel yesterday out in the track? There was loads and loads of ruts. It was quite hard pack as well, or was it all just ruts?
Started off pretty nice and gloomy, and then they watered it, took all the soil off it, and then it got really ruddy, hard, baked, blue grooving bits. Complete opposite of what I've been used to my whole life, but no, the 30 degrees odd yesterday for 30 minutes. It was a very good race. I felt rode very strong, and yeah, it just felt really good.
And the last couple of rounds, bar that last moto today, which was just survival, you've sort of worked out how to stay on. Is that was something that was on your mind? Because at the start of the season, obviously starts were still an issue, but you were kind of pushing hard the whole race. Did you sort of realise?
Yeah.
Once you maybe hit halfway to calm down a little bit, just to get results more than anything?
The first few laps, usually I'm just balls out kind of, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When it works, it does work, but it's very rare. So now, still put in a big push the first 2 or 3 laps to get maybe inside the top 15, and then I calm down a bit and just keep ticking the boys off, and then the last 5 minutes I try to put the hammer down a wee bit more just to get up more.
That shows you're getting more mature though, and this is obviously I think your 3rd year racing in Europe, and even growing up a lot you didn't really race that much, so is it nice to be racing in week in, week out in the GP paddock and travelling all around Europe? Are you enjoying it?
The travelling's just sitting in a van, feel like people would say you're living the dream, but not too much, but no, I felt good.
And last question, just on Team Ireland, thank goodness you got the nod, as we can see what you're doing every week in the GP paddock. How does it feel to get the nod, and you must be excited to go and represent Ireland at Matterley Basin?
Yeah, it feels good. Maybe last time the national was at Matterley was about 8, and it was standing beside Martin Barr, and now I'm going to be at the national riding with him, so no, it feels very good.
And obviously between now and Spain you've got a bit of a gap. Is the plan to get on a 250 and start preparing for the nations?
Yeah, probably get a 250 back home, maybe there's track and sparing back home, good practice for Matterley, and yeah, just get 250F and see what I'm like on.
And in terms of equipment, what you'll be on Matterley, do you know yet what you'll be riding? Or they said a factory Fantic on the press release, but I don't know if that was jumping the gun or not, but that would be amazing if you could get that bike.
I think I might get a bike from Brasseras or Carsmakers, hopefully anyway, because a factory bike's just another, a lot of help against top boys.
And in terms of next year yet, do you know, obviously there's probably 2 options, EMX125, EMX250. Have you got any preference? It'll probably prefer on what kind of ride you can get in the EMX125?
Yeah, just whatever seems best at the time, I'll see what it's like.
Perfect, thanks very much for your time, Cole, and all the best.